Socialism as a term starts out in the 1830s, and it's not originally used to mean something like different from capitalism. It's originally used to mean something different from individualism. Individualism as a political philosophy is saying, let's look at the world and think about the world as a whole bunch of individuals running around trying to solve their individual problems. In the early 1800s, a bunch of political philosophers, mostly in Europe, started saying, what if instead we adopt the mindset that we're going to look at the world as a group of societies that are all working to solve social problems, problems that affect everybody in the society. They needed a term for that genre of thought that they were all working on, and in 1832, one French philosopher named Pierre Leroux started calling it socialism, and the name just stuck. In fact, for the early socialists, it was not possible to be using the word socialism to mean something different from capitalism because the word capitalism wouldn't exist for another couple decades later. Now, don't get me wrong, humans were doing capitalism back into the Industrial Revolution, and there's types of like proto-capitalism happening in like medieval feudal times. But no one put a name to that world order until the 1850s, 1860s, 1870s. There's a couple different names given to it, but the one that ended up sticking was capitalism. Here's a plot twist. You wouldn't believe who it was who came up with that term, capitalism. It was the original socialists. As those socialist philosophers were trying to describe their worldview, they found they needed a word, a term, for kind of the opposing team. And they start off using the word individualist, individualism, economic individualists. Eventually, these philosophers realized that even that was too general of a term to really get their point across. So they start calling the particular type of economic individualism that they were so interested in analyzing capitalism. Because the way the socialists saw it, the capitalists are putting capital at the center of the economy and not society. So the word socialism comes first. And as these people who are starting to call themselves socialists are looking around the world at these people who have like this dog eat dog, every man for himself, economic individualist mindset, they want a term to describe that mindset. They started calling it capitalism. And that's where that word comes from.